loves, welcome back to my channel. Stephanie Nadia here for those of you who don't know me and are new to this channel. I know it's been quite some time since I've been here on YouTube, and that's because I was actually working on a major project over the summer that launched in September and was going out all throughout all of September, if that makes sense. So pretty much I worked on this really cool project with my husband and a really great friend who's also a photographer, and the project is called A to Z, Fashion Editorial Journey of a Curvy Brown Girl over here. And pretty much it's a commentary on the lack of representation in media, in film, and specifically fashion and editorial fashion. And I wanted to prove to myself and to others who may have a limited view and scope of what beauty could be, that someone like me can be on a magazine cover. Someone like me can be in editorial fashion and be displayed in all these fantastical ways or creative ways, because we're just as beautiful. No matter our differences and uniqueness, we are just as beautiful and worthy of being seen. So if you wanted to hear more about it and read more about it, I will link my blog post down below, and also hop on over to Instagram, because Instagram is where pretty much where the entire project was published. It was an image per alphabet letter, and one was released daily starting in September 1st. And yeah, I got so much feedback, and the feedback was that it resonated with a lot of people. It spoke to a lot of people, that they can identify with it, and they felt seen and they felt heard. And so I am excited to share it here on YouTube as well. If you haven't checked it out, definitely check it out. You probably saw a quick couple of clips of some video footage that we took too, but the project is mostly photography based, image based. So check out Instagram if you haven't. I'll also link each letter down below in the description box for you, so it makes it easy for you to check it out. But I am doing this video to sort of do kind of like a wrap up and a recap, and just thank everybody for their tremendous support. I witnessed so much support from people who didn't know me, to family and friends, to just anybody. Was really like encouraging, and to me that spoke a lot, because I felt like my voice was heard, and my art was appreciated, and what I was saying and what I was making meant something to people, because it meant something to me, and that was exciting to share that with you all. And with each letter, I was super vulnerable. I shared things that were personal to me, some struggles that I faced, and just some things that I believe. And you all were all so receptive of what I had to say and what I shared. And I couldn't be more grateful for the fact that I had such a supportive team working with me, my husband and Sharifa, woot woot, but then also such a supportive just community who listened, who received, who celebrated each letter and was excited just as much as I was excited. So much so that I got so many DMs about how people were sad when it was coming to an end, and I was sad too. But I realized something, that, you know, I learned a lot through this project. And it's something that I think I want to continue sharing, and I want to continue doing more series, and continue inspiring people creatively and for cultural change, and yeah, stuff that I love. So without further ado, we're going to dive into this video. It's pretty much going to be a quick behind the scenes of a couple of letters. I actually posted on Instagram, Insta stories, and asked you all what letters you wanted to see behind the scenes for, and, you know, which ones you were interested in, and it happened to be some of your favorites, and actually some of my favorites. So we're gonna do that. And the first letter we're gonna start with is C. C is for chaos. So for C, I saw an image on Pinterest, and I instantly fell in love with it, and I was like, oh my gosh. I want to be a part of this. And so a lot of the imagery I worked with, and a lot of the photography that I worked with, were things I saw elsewhere, but they were only there was only one model type that was ever used. And I wanted to show, hey, I can do the same thing too. Even though I'm a curvy brown girl, I'm a plus size girl, I got a belly, I got some thick legs, my skin's got melanin, like, we can do this. I can do this. People that look like me and don't look like me can do this. And so I tackled a few different images that I saw that wasn't representing me and tried to tackle them to do something similar but make it my own. And so C is for chaos is that. For me, behind it was, I love the idea of chaos coming out of creativity, and creativity bringing out chaos, and how there is some beauty in that. There's some beauty in chaos, and definitely doing chaos was pretty chaotic. To give you an idea, we had very limited time to produce and shoot these images. Literally, I thought up of the idea and I was talking to Sharifa about it, and she instantly fell in love with it. She's like, let's do it. We could do it in 2 weeks. And I was like, wait, for real? You really think so? And because she believed in me so much, I believed it. And I was like, yeah, we could totally shoot 26 different shoots in 2 weeks. And, yeah, no, it was a crazy commitment. It was a big, hairy, audacious commitment, and that it took so much of my life. But it was something good though, because it was such a challenge. It was such a growth experience, and what happened because of that, we ended up shooting sometimes 2 to 3, sometimes even more shoots in one day. And with some of these images and shoots, they required different backgrounds, and the backgrounds were being built out by yours truly. So we were literally, I was literally doing hair and makeup and building up and breaking down sets all on the same day while we're shooting. So I would literally be dressed up in my outfit with my hair and makeup done, sometimes building the set or fixing the set. And so chaos was exactly that. I built that out literally a few minutes before, probably like a half an hour before we actually went to shoot. Because we were doing shoots before and after, and it was just always hard to just have everything all set up, because we're all doing this out of my living room. We didn't have a studio space or anything like that. We were just using my living room space and some cheap LED lights we got from Amazon. And then we also picked up some cheap gels from Amazon as well that we just put over the LED lights, and that's what created the different feel and mood with the different lighting. And for the background, what I did was I scrunched up a bunch of metallic-y pink cellophane and metallic-y silver paper, and put that on one backdrop that was behind the pink backdrop. And the pink backdrop, when I pulled it down over that one, I just tore open that space. And in Photoshop, I actually adjusted the background a little bit so that every area that was empty was covered by that silvery metallic crushed chaos feel, because I didn't have enough supplies, and we were doing all this out of pocket. This was not a sponsored project at all. It was all me, and so we were just working with what we had. Later on, when I finally posted this, my brother made a joke about it. He's like, yo, give you aluminum foil in a room and you can make a club or something like that. I thought it was hilarious. But I was like, man, I could have used aluminum foil to create that background, and it would have probably been cheaper than buying silver metallic-y wrapping paper. But that's what happened. That's what went into making and building out the background for Chaos. And I had the idea of what I wanted to show was I was stepping out of chaos, that creativity first starts chaotic, and that we come from chaos, and sometimes the most beautiful things can come out of chaos. And so that was the whole vision, and that was the whole idea behind C is for Chaos. And I had so much fun shooting that. It was definitely one of my favorites, and apparently it was some of your favorites too. And all the letters I'm going to go through today are ones that you guys requested. So if there is a letter that I didn't do behind the scenes for today in today's video, please let me know, comment below so that I can get to it. Because I do have, not for every single letter, I do have behind the scene footage for them. And there's always so much I can share and tell you about too. And if you have any questions about how I did something, go ahead and ask. I love sharing these things. And if you want to learn about the lighting, you want to learn about the camera equipment, what I use, what I did, ask away. If there's something that I don't answer and you want to know, ask down below, and I will definitely get to your questions, because I love sharing the process of how we completed A to Z, hoping too that people who will take on the challenge themselves maybe and learn from this and create their own beautiful content and say something worth saying. So C is for chaos. That was that craziness. Tired as heck going through it. And the outfit that we used, I believe that one was from Boohoo. I also, like, all of the clothes that I got were things that I bought myself. So again, not a sponsored video at all, not a sponsored project at all. Everything was self-sponsored. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. Sorry if this video is super long. I hope you found it interesting, and if you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to comment and share, and of course, as always, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell so you get notifications every time I upload a new video. I have a bunch of try-on hauls actually lined up for this channel, and it's gonna be big. It's gonna be epic because it is fall stuff, and I'm so excited. I can't wait to share it with you guys. And yeah, that's it, folks. I love you guys so much. Remember that you're absolutely beautiful, and until next time, bye. Mwah.